Thank you.
All right, let's turn now, get some perspective from radio talk show host Hugh Hewitt. He's an NBC News political analyst, president of the Richard Nixon Foundation. He's also a Trump supporter. And Hugh, okay, this is your big chance, just in case the president is watching. If you were advising him tonight, what would your message be? What should he focus on? Hunter Biden, the issues, Joe Biden? What would you say?
I talked to Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. I believe the president is doing well in all the other swing states, North Carolina maybe, but talk specifically to the Keystone State and Wisconsin about the upcoming GDP report, about the drop in jobless claims this week, and focus on the economy, and how the Super V is back. I don't think we're going to get out of this without Tony Bobulinski talk. I'm running a radio show at the same time I'm talking to you, and half the country's talking about Tony and half the country's talking about other than Tony, even as they lean in to try and figure out what the heck that is all about. But the president would be best served if he stayed focused on Western Pennsylvania and Southern Wisconsin and talked about those two key states to his reelection bid.
Hugh, let me talk about style. The president lost some style points last time by interrupting. At the same time, that's part of really who he is, a disruptor, a brawler sometimes. So how, if he is constrained and not able to do that, will he be out of his game to some extent?
You know, I don't think so. In fact, I think the 2-minute warning thing that they're giving them, 2 minutes to talk, is going to force him actually to make sure he has his message points lined up for those 2 minutes. He clearly in the first debate intended to throw former Vice President Biden off of his game by disrupting whatever plan the former vice president had. Tonight, I think he's going to look more directly into camera. I was talking to Mark Meadows on my radio show yesterday and defending our colleague Kristen Welker about her being very, very fair. And the chief of staff said he'd take that back to the president. The one thing he can do that would be terrible is to attack Kristen. That would make a huge mistake for the American people to see. And so I hope he talks into camera. I don't think he's as far behind as perhaps people have been led to believe by the mainstream media that are doing the polling, et cetera. I think he's got a very good shot of winning this, but he does have to focus and deliver on the key bread and butter issues that got him elected the first time, while showing some of that stuff that brings out those massive crowds that we've seen in Erie, in Western North Carolina, all across the United States and Nevada. In fact, those crowds are energy. He doesn't get that energy tonight from the audience because it's so small, so he's got to channel it from inside himself.
All right, Hugh.